I thought about Wall Street. I thought about money. So something with money, I want to be in it. If it's going to give me access to that information that those people are using to make money, I want to know about it. So I wanted to be a part of Wealth Generators to gain as much knowledge and information as I could. So I joined Wealth Generators, and not only learning how to grow my money within the markets, but also learning how to trade myself was just so empowering and so exciting for me to learn and get that information. So not only did I jump in and get excited to be part of Wealth Generators, but I wanted to share it with others. And so being involved with the network marketing side, which becomes so easy with the product that we have, with the information that we have, to share it with others, to talk to others about it. The other personal empowering thing for me was creating wealth for my family, not having to make decisions. And I know many of us probably have had this situation where you make decisions based on your bank account versus making decisions based on what is best for you. Just on a small scale, think about the times when I go to restaurants and I look at the price of what something costs versus what I'm actually wanting to buy, and wanting to grow my wealth to where I can go to a restaurant, go in and pick what I want, and not have to worry about what that extra cost is or what price is. That's on a small scale, but I also saw that with my family with taking care of, we're now in the generation where a lot of people are taking care of their children and their parents at the same time. So having to take care of others and having to make decisions based on how much money you have versus what is best for their health, what is best for their finance, for their situation, what is best for your family situation. So I wanted to position myself to be successful, but also to be in a place where I can not only take care of me, my immediate family, but I could also take care of my parents, my aunts and uncles, and those who need that help, and not worry about, do I have the money to be able to do. Passing that on to generations so they can do the same thing. They can now make decisions based on their lives and based on the need, and not necessarily based on what they can and can't do because that's what their pocket says. So that's a little bit about me and why I'm a part of Wealth Generators and excited about what we're doing. I know many of you on this call are the same way. A lot of you may have the same similar story, and a lot of you are so passionate and excited, and that's why it's great for us to come together and share our stories, share what we're doing, but also to share some great information that's going to empower us and that's going to push us to keep going out there and doing this and sharing this with others. So I am now going to bring on our speaker for this evening, and I am so honored and to be able to bring her on. I'm working here in the Raleigh area, and our leader here in the Raleigh area is just an amazing boss lady. She is such a strong leader. She's such a strong speaker. She's amazing in what she has been doing. And she's also been a great leader here in the Raleigh area. She has been able to really pull this team together and really carry this team in this area. And so I learn from her. Anytime I can get some information from her or some guidance from her, I do. And so now I'm so excited for you guys on this call to be able to hear from her as well. So I am now going to bring on Miss Charnell Sutton, Miss Boss Lady of Raleigh, North Carolina. Are you on, and can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm going to pass it over to you now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Jessica Day, that was incredible. I love when you share your story. I think so many people can relate to it. You are definitely my top boss lady, and I could not do what I do without you. And I'm just so thankful, and I'm grateful for the kind words that you shared as well. So everybody be on the lookout for Jessica Day as well. She is definitely up and coming, and will probably be a future trader, one of our experts for Wealth Generators. So thank you so much again, Ms. Day. Guys, I'm excited. I have a big announcement that I want to share with everyone, and I want to go ahead and share that now before we get on to what I'm going to talk about tonight. But guys, send out the last-minute text messages. Share it all over Facebook, because this is the last Boss Lady call in this format, okay? our boss lady calls are growing so much, and we got international calls now. We're actually going to be transitioning this call that is audio only to being a live streaming call. So where you can see the speaker, you can share it with others. It'll be recorded that you can send to someone. If you really like one from 2 weeks ago, you can share the video. So this is just really, really going to take the whole Boss Lady movement to another level. So please, 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 let's get everybody on this last call, and let's let everyone know that starting next week, we're going to be streaming our Boss Lady calls, okay? So we have grown so much, and we want everyone to be engaged and involved. We want you to see what we look like. I know we put out some great pictures, right, when we're hosting a call, but it would mean just so much if you could get your ladies connected. And I know we probably have a few men on the call as well. But to have access to these calls 24/7 and actually be able to connect with the person who's speaking and even those who introduce the call. So note that this is the last call that we'll be doing because we're shifting to a live video call starting next week. So I'm really, really excited about that. There's so much going on. Just stay tuned to the Boss Lady movement over the next few months and just really as we grow over the next few years. This is more than just a call. It is truly, truly a movement, and I'm excited at the way that it's growing. So please, ladies, make sure each and every woman that you know that is a part of this company knows about this call and the new video calls that are starting and just everything that this movement has going on. So, all right.
I just tried.
Let me make sure. I might have to. Okay, great. All right. So, as Miss Day stated, my name is Charnell Sutton, and I am from Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are actually still here in the Raleigh, North Carolina market and just having a ball. But a little bit about me, so we're not complete strangers in case I didn't get to meet you at conference or we haven't talked before. I went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill here in North Carolina, and shortly after when so I did everything right? I got good grades in school. I went to a great college, got good grades there, graduated, and then was like, okay, what now? And I got to find out that I was, had the pleasure of finding out that I was unemployable, right? So, and it was despite the fact that I was one of the best employees that a lot of my employers had ever had, right? I was unemployable because I had this entrepreneurial spirit within me that whenever I saw something, I wanted to see what I could do to make it better. I was always creative. I was always trying to figure out how to do things differently or how to make things work better together or make them work faster, right? And as you can imagine, whenever you mess with something that's not yours, it can create some turmoil. So I didn't last very long because though it was great, that wasn't my business. That wasn't something that I owned that I could really make better. It had to be their decision. And if they didn't like what I was doing, well, then it caused some problems. So I really didn't do the corporate thing, not for long. The closest I came was I worked in a corporate dental office, and I was 8 to 5, 5 days a week. And I did that for about a year. That was about as long as I lasted. And from there, I set out to figure out what to do. My original goal was to go to dental school. And I'm sure like some can relate when certain goals and dreams and paths that we have planned, that we have all planned out, right? Our whole future, this is what we're going to do. It didn't work out for me. And so I really didn't know what to do from there because my plan now had completely changed. And so from there, I set out to do my own thing. I have been tried many different businesses, many different ideas. I've been in many different companies. And I just, I finally said, I want to do my own thing. And so I set out and I started my own business. And I have a holistic health practice. And I've worked really, really hard to build that to what it is today. But with that practice, I found that something was still missing. And so when Wealth Generators was introduced to me, and actually Wealth Generators found me, I realized that was the missing piece. the access that we have, that's the key to all of this. We can talk about the returns, we can talk about our ranks, we can talk about everything, but the information that wealth generators give us access to, and the resources and the people that we now have at our fingertips the minute we become a subscriber, I knew that was it, that was what was missing. And actually, when wealth generators found me, to be honest with you, within the first 6 months, I almost lost my house twice. And 3 of those 6 months, I barely made over $500, and that was combined total income from everything that I was doing. But I had made a decision very early on that no matter what, I would continue to invest in myself. And I did that, and it was probably one of the smartest things I ever decided to do. I never, ever had a doubt on whether or not I was going to pay my wealth generator subscription. Never. And because of that, less than a year later, I can say that everything has completely changed for me. And so I am excited because wealth generators have been that missing link, that missing piece, and it's brought me into a wonderful family of people that I would have never known, and into a wonderful movement that I now have the pleasure of speaking on tonight. So with that, tonight we're going to talk about act as if, okay? So get your pens. Want you to know what it means to act as if. We all have our own stories. We all come to this company with different things that we're dealing with, that we have dealt with. We have varying upline issues from the past or the present, whether we don't have an upline or we're far from them in distance, right? And sometimes it makes things hard. Or maybe stuff with our family. Our warm market has completely shut us out, or our family isn't very supportive and we just feel like we're alone. Maybe we have our personal doubts. We've tried this before, we've done this before, and it didn't work out, or we spent all this money, we invested in this, and it didn't go the way we thought, and so we just don't see how this time is going to be different. We have our past company hurts, or even when we work for corporate companies, or whether they were other network marketing companies, we have people that have wronged us, or people that have said things about us. We have all this stuff, and sometimes it's really hard to maintain motivation. Some of us, we use motivation from our family, and we have our why, right? We have our kids or our spouses. But then there are some of us who, like me, you're not married, you don't have kids, and sometimes it's even harder to maintain motivation for like this whole future family you hope you get, right? So we all have these different things that we struggle with that we kind of have to act as if. And what does that mean? You'll hear a lot of people talk about fake it till you make it, right? So act as if is like fake it till you make it at its finest. But it's a mental choice. It's a mental choice, and it's a decision that you must make every single day, and you have to stick with it. You have to stick with it. All the great and most successful understand this. And it's the heart of pretty much all of the messages that we hear, even from like all the life coaches or motivational speakers that we know, right? So an Eric Worre or Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn or Les Brown or Eric Thomas or whoever else we go to for professional development, the heart of what they say is it's a mental decision that you have to make, and you have to stick with it every single day. You have to act as if. So acting in this way is a verb, right? Act as if is a verb. It's not a facade or some kind of front you put up to make others think something about you. This is actually not about anyone else but you. So it's a verb, meaning that if you act as if, then there are actions you must take. So if you're actually acting as if, then you have to be a certain way. So these actions repeated consistently are what get you past the if and to your goals. So you're no longer acting, right? Your dreams are then your permanent reality. And I say permanent because no matter what comes your way or future misfortune that may happen, you've gotten here once. So you can always do it again. Once you understand and unlock the power of your mind and your actions, you will be unstoppable. If you act as if and that becomes your reality, no matter what happens, you can lose everything the next day, you can get right back there, because what the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. That is a personal quote that I love from Napoleon Hill. If you have not read Think and Grow Rich, you need to order it and read it today. What the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. You have control of your mindset, the thoughts you act on, and your energy. So it's also important that you take care of yourself, right? Are you getting your personal development in? Are you eating right? Are you getting the sleep that you need? Are you exercising, right? So you have to have some balance. Even when we're going full throttle, you still have to take care of yourself. There are certain times where maybe, you're not sleeping as much, but that's okay because it's only for a short period of time. But overall, are you taking care of yourself? Because we know that the day and the weight of the world may really, really beat us up, right? It really, really beat us up, beat us down, however you feel. But it's key that we smile anyways. You have to smile each and every day because people are watching you. They know you're working hard. They know you aren't making as much money as you wish you were, but they still see that you are still excited. They see that you're passionate, and they see that you're engaged, whether that's with other people, with the company, whether you're trading, whether you're using your tax spot, whether you're using your WG money and you're saving money. All of that matters, and people are watching, and they want that. They want to be a part of something. They want to know that even if it takes a lot or they work really hard, that they still will smile, that they'll still be happy. They will want to work with you. That is so, so powerful. So really, we have to remember to act as if. I want to do a quick exercise. So this is going to take some participation. And no, I cannot see you and I can't hear you, but I'm trusting that each of you on this call is going to do this, okay? So I want you to take a minute right now, and I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths. This is also a good technique if you're having a crazy busy day and you just need to kind of take a minute. It's really healthy for you, actually. Deep breathing is really, really important. So right now, I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to clear your mind of everything else that you've been thinking. And I want you to think only about what's most important to you. The most important thing to you. Now, I want you to envision yourself 5 years from now. Okay? 5 years from now. So today is October 13th, 2016. So we'll be on October 13th, 2021, right? How old are you? Where do you live?
34.
Are you married?
I'm married.
Do you have kids? How many? Do you have pets? How many? What kind? What are you wearing? What are you driving? What time do you wake up on Mondays?
10 o'clock.
What's on your schedule that day? Where are you eating dinner? Are you traveling anywhere the next day? Who did you help the week before? How many people? How much money is in your brokerage account? How much money are you bringing in every week? How about every month? How about every year? Now, open your eyes, and how do you feel? Because this is more than just a rank or a number or a goal. This is an opportunity to change your life and those around you forever. So take some time and really, really answer those questions and be as detailed as possible. If you've never done this, it's a really, really powerful exercise. And when we talk about what the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, that's how successful people get to where they are. It doesn't just happen. They saw it. You have to envision it. And I have personally done this since day one. I have acted as if since day one. And as Rick Roberry always says, right, today is day one. Today is day one. So I have acted as if since day one. And there's a reason that I'm a leader in my state. There's a reason that I was a speaker at a regional event within the company's first year. There's a reason why a founder and top leaders and people from corporate have personally helped and mentored and supported me. There's a reason why I was chosen to be on the Boss Lady Council. There's a reason why I was on stage at my first international convention. And I've got to tell you guys, it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with my rank or the money I make. And I'm not the top anything or better than anyone else. But it has everything to do with my attitude, my posture, my loyalty, my commitment to this mission of financial fitness, true financial fitness. So ladies, write down your true vision and goals tonight, right? Don't let another day pass. Be as descriptive as possible, whether it's 5 years from now, 1 year from now, or 90 days from now. If it's not written down, it's not real. If it's not written down, it's not real. A very dear and special friend of mine has been encouraging me lately by reminding me of these things. And so I pass this to you. Find every reason to smile today. Be whom you envision yourself to be. So today, ladies, be her. Embrace your future self and act as if who she is who you are. Because the truth is, she is.